Well, I need a dollar, dollar, dollar.
Well, believe it or not, all over Australia there is literally billions of dollars sitting in accounts unclaimed. The ATO has launched a new database showing the postcodes where residents have misplaced $16 billion in lost superannuation. Here to tell us how we can go about finding and recovering all this money is financial planner Olivia Maragna, founder of Aspire Retire. Olivia, how are people forgetting about their super?
Well, good morning, Stevie. And look, it's probably the last thing people think about when they relocate or move, but not keeping your super fund up to date with your current contact details is the main reason why people are losing track of their super. Now, add on to this the change in rules. So now if you've got an account or inactive account less than $4,000, those funds are now going to be moved across to the Australian Taxation Office. It used to only be a $2,000 threshold. So we're going to see this $16 billion pot grow a lot over the next 12 months.
Do you think it's fair that the government is claiming this money?
Look, I think it's important to make sure that obviously your superannuation funds aren't actually getting eaten away with fees, and that's the main reason why the tax office is actually looking at these funds. They don't want people's retirement funds being eaten away. But just keep in mind when the funds are actually sitting with the taxation office, they're not earning much interest. So it's much better to be in your current superannuation fund where it can grow for a long period of time and actually grow a lot in value as well.
So the new ATO map shows that in Mackay in Queensland, for example, there's an average of $11,000 in over 5,000 accounts. And that's a lot of money just to forget about. How do people check if they've lost super and how do you recover it?
Well, the easiest thing to do is to pull out one of your superannuation statements. So, contact your superannuation fund first. If they have actually transferred your funds, they will be able to tell you where they've transferred those to. Now, the other easy option also is to set up a MyGov account. Now, this is a free account that you can set up with the government, and that'll actually outline where your superannuation is currently sitting, and it only takes about 5 minutes to actually do that. Now, with a few clicks, you can also consolidate your super, but make sure that you are checking fees and also whether or not you've got any insurance attached to those super funds, because once you roll those, that insurance will disappear.
So how do people make sure they don't forget about any future super funds that they might have and money sitting around?
Well, the most important thing is to make sure that when you are starting a new job that you're filling out what the government has a choice of super form. So this form should be provided to you when you do start a new job, and this will actually allow your employer to contribute funds into your existing superannuation fund instead of setting up another superannuation fund that you might lose a track of. So make sure that you are filling out that form. And really, look, superannuation is one of those things that I think a lot of people don't think it's theirs. It is part of what you do earn. It's not something that your employer just puts into a side account for your retirement. So make sure that you do look at your superannuation statements. You should be receiving these at least once a year. You're looking at your contributions and you're making sure that not only your contact details as far as your address, but your email and your phone number is also updated each time that you move or change your details.
All right, Olivia, great advice. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.